You're tuned to KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico, 90.9 FM. And now 103.3 FM, K277CR, Durango, Colorado.
We have a 911. Armed robbery in progress. See surplus store corner Peoples Drive, North 24th Street.
Hi everyone, welcome to Cop Shop. I am Nicole Brown, the Public Information Officer for Farmington Police Department. And today I have with me Sergeant Roque Velarde. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So today we're going to talk about a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But ultimately talk about the park rangers and that new kind of initiative that we've got going on. We talked about it a little bit on the mayor's table with Lieutenant Malone, but
Right.
You've been the boots on the ground.
Right, yeah, I'm really excited to talk about it too because I think it's going to be a really successful, really great program and really helpful for our city. So.
Awesome. So start with yourself. When did you start with the department?
Well, my name is Sergeant Roque Velarde. I've been with the police department for 19 years. Over that time, I've had a variety of roles. I've been in the SWAT team, assistant SWAT commander, worked in undercover for a while. I was a school resource officer. But I think that probably the most rewarding position that I've had has been my current role as a district coordinator unit sergeant. Originally I had our district coordinator unit officers, the community policing officers, and the animal control officers. And just getting to interact with the public at that level has been so great. Most recently, I have bike patrol and our new park ranger program, which is what we're talking about today. So
Yeah.
it's really exciting.
So kind of talk about how the park ranger program kind of came about and what its philosophy is.
Sure. Well, traditionally, and in a lot of police departments, the bike patrol unit is the one that interacts with the public the most. In the past, the citizens have probably seen our bike patrol officers along the Riverwalk Trail quite frequently. They also patrol the downtown areas, and that's traditionally what bike patrol officers do, is they patrol those areas that are not easily accessible by our normal patrol unit. So, you think of the alleys downtown or the Riverwalk Trail, those types of places, even trails in parks like Kiwanis. It's hard for a patrol car to get down there, and so that's why we deploy bikes. Well, over time, there's issues downtown, and the bike patrol is able to do that, but in a limited amount of time. I guess
Yeah.
they can spend... if I sent a bike patrol officer to patrol Berg Park, for example, it may take them 3 hours to ride the entire Riverwalk Trail.
Yeah, it's because it's huge. There's a lot of trail.
Yeah, so they spend a lot of time down there. There's a lot of people there, so it's important that we do have a presence there. There's often not, statistically, we show that there's not a lot of crime that happens down there. But still, it's important that the citizens see us there and that we are there to make sure that it's a safe environment for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. So, the park ranger element, what brought that out or about?
Well, so as I'm sure we've talked about on this show or in other platforms, the city is really pushing to make outdoor recreation a big part of our community. We look at all the improvements they've made at the lake. That's a great time.
It's so fun.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening in Berg Park with the River Fest and the different things that happen down there. The downtown revitalization. There's a lot of things happening, and we really want to make sure that we're partnering with the other areas of the city to make sure that we're fostering an environment where, active and families can thrive, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's great. So, how many park rangers do we have now?
We currently have 4. We're authorized for 6. So the way this kind of came about is we have the city council did pass the public safety tax, and looking to the community for what is it that the community really is looking for, what they really need. And I think that from the community and through the city council, it was voiced that they do want an increased presence in those areas where we're trying to promote, the downtown area, the parks, those types of things. And so we thought, how can we do that? And we could deploy officers there, but again, we find that there's really not as much crime as happening in those areas as people might perceive, but we still want a presence there. So we thought, we can get a non-sworn unit and deploy them in those areas and kind of serve that purpose. They have direct contact with our bike patrol officers. Again, that's why I'm over both units. The bike patrol officers are are sworn and certified officers who can enforce all laws. So if there's a problem, they're in direct contact, radio contact with all officers. They can serve as witnesses. They can call in those types of things and just really be present and see those things as they're happening if there are issues in those areas.
So like kind of like designated liaisons to the department, really.
Correct. Yeah. When we looked at it, we thought what's the best way to train them and what function do we want them to serve? They are special police officers as defined by city ordinance, so they do have the ability to enforce a variety of laws that would pertain to parks. So most of our animal ordinances, and then some things like parking and some things that would occur in the parks. The same authority that a community service officer or a animal control officer would have. But really, what I wanted out of them, or what the vision was, is for them to be a true ambassador for the city. So with that, we brought on 4 originally. We have 4 right now. We're authorized for 6. That's kind of where we started with this. We're in the process of hiring our final 2. But, we looked at how are we going to train, what kind of training do we want? And so we really focused that training on community involvements. The city, and through the museum, offers an A2D training, which is arrival to destination. And it's kind of a customer service based class. It talks about how all of us who are visible and work in the city are ambassadors for the city and should be promoting tourism and all the wonderful things there are to do around here. And so with that, I wanted to make sure that they had that training. They got a lot of they learned a lot about resources where they can find what's happening in the community. The museum has offered to make maps, things like that. So kind of the vision that I have for them and the training that I've provided is that they're going to be very visible. They're going to be on foot or on bikes. And so I'm hoping that they also wear bright yellow uniforms.
Yeah, I love their uniforms. They're great.
Yeah, if you haven't seen them, it's our bike uniform, but in a bright yellow. And everybody said, man, you can see those from a mile away. I said, perfect, that's what I want.
Yeah, that's great.
I want somebody who's walking on the trail or who's downtown to say, hey, who's the guy in the bright yellow? And then when they see that it's a Farmington Police Park Ranger, they feel comfortable going up and talking to them, and hopefully they would be able to answer a variety of questions, from how do I get to this location in town, to what is there to do around the area, to where's a good place to eat.
That's perfect.
That's kind of the focus. So
that's awesome. And so they've been in training, correct, for a while, the 4 that we have hired? And
yes, so the 4 that we have hired have been involved in a 2-month field training program. We put them with our bike officers because I also felt that it was important that they see what their counterparts are doing. They're truly going to work as a team. So, for example, on the Riverwalk Trail, some of the community input that we get is that people utilize the trail, but often they are unsure about those portions from the pavilion that's located in the main parking lot west.
Yeah.
People are kind of unsure about that. It's really a high traffic area east of that to the animal shelter, but people are unsure of the west side that leads down to Boyd Park. So, the thought is that we still want a presence there because people are there, and if there's concerns about criminal activity or safety concerns on the west side, then I can deploy the bike officers down there. So with their training, I really wanted them to see what is it that the bicycle officers do, what are their abilities, what types of laws are they enforcing in those areas, and I also wanted them to see what type of situations they may not want to involve themselves in personally, but call for an officer, because safety is a concern for them.
Definitely, yeah. They're not fully sworn officers, and we want them to be safe too.
Right. So they're finishing up their training. They'll begin patrolling on their own on Sunday.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, they're really excited about it. The group that we have hired are really excited about the program, and they've really taken to the vision that we have. They're excited about interacting with the community. We have meetings on Wednesdays, and we've been trying to host those meetings at local businesses. So we've been to the Cosmic Cafe, Artifacts, TJ's Diner we've stopped into. Some of those places where you have the ability to sit and meet and talk about things. But at those meetings, we look at what events are happening in the city in the next week, and then we plan to where would we benefit, or where would we be needed, or where could we be
Yeah.
useful? And not only useful, but really I just want them to interact with the community. You know, I've told them, if we're at the senior center because there's a pottery class, you know, make a pot. You know, really
Yeah, interact with
get
everyone.
involved, interact. You know, so
That's awesome.
that's what we've been planning, is what are we going to do for the upcoming weeks. We're also looking to do some police-sponsored events or department-sponsored events, and I've kind of left it up to them to be creative on how they want to interact with the community. They've come up with some ideas on guided walks through the park. Again, if people are unsure or haven't utilized those trails and maybe have some safety concerns, we'd like to offer a time where, hey, the park rangers are going to be walking a 3-mile stretch of Berg if you'd like to join them. And the idea being that if a community member who maybe hasn't taken advantage of that walks with a park ranger and sees that truly it's a beautiful place and there's really not as many concerns as you might think, then maybe they're willing to go down on their own and enjoy that feature that we have here in town.
Yeah, I was just at Berg Park this morning, planning National Night Out, and talking with the parks employees and just about how beautiful that area is down there. So that's really cool that they're going to kind of push it out. And
Oh, it's an amazing thing that we have, yeah. It's one of my favorite places to go.
yeah, it's great. That's all very exciting. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back.
The Farmington Police Department has partnered with the City of Farmington to launch the Slow Down Farmington campaign. We're asking citizens to join the campaign and serve as advocates for their community by reminding others to slow down and take their time, not a life. Participation is easy. Stop by the police department or City Hall and pick up a Slow Down Farmington sign to display in your yard. Snap a photo of you, your family, or your pet next to the sign and share it on social media using hashtag #SlowDownFarmington. The Farmington Police Department, your department, our community.
Hi, I'm Tracy Hales-Vass, writer, retired professor of creative writing, and founder of One Book, One Community. I now host Right on Four Corners every Wednesday, 10:30 to 11, when I'll talk to local and regional authors. So please join me Wednesdays here on 90.9 FM KSJE Farmington.
Hi, I'm Don Glass.
And I'm Yael Cassander.
And we host A Moment of Science.
The world is always posing questions, and science is always in pursuit of answers.
A Moment of Science offers many of those answers in a timely moment of entertainment and enlightenment.
We hope you'll tune in.
For more information about A Moment of Science or to download our latest podcasts, visit us at amomentofscience.org.
Listen weekday afternoons at 5:45 on KSJE. KSJE is supported by the Farmington Civic Center, bringing a full slate of entertainment to Farmington and San Juan County. Spooktacular, the high-flying Circus of Scare, presented by Circtacular Entertainment, 7:30 p.m., Friday, October 18th. The Farmington Civic Center, 200 West Arrington in downtown Farmington. Find out more online at fmtn.org/Civic Center or at 505-599-1148. KSJE is proud to support the San Juan Symphony, celebrating their 34th season called Elegance and Intensity. The San Juan Symphony Concert's Absolute Refinement are coming up September 28th and 29th in Durango and Farmington, featuring the music of Mozart, Prokofiev, and Mendelssohn. Find out more about the San Juan Symphony online at sanjuansymphony.org.
Hi, and welcome back to Cop Shop. We are talking to Sergeant Velarde today about our park ranger unit. And so Scott was going to put the picture back up of our park rangers. That's
Yeah, so this is a picture of our park rangers being sworn in by Chief Hebby there. It was an exciting day for them. If you're looking at the picture, the top left there is Anthony Myers. Anthony, you know, one thing that's really neat about this program is when we went to hire, what we were looking for was not traditionally what we would look for in a police officer. Granted, there are the same requirements as far as background and things like that. He's a bunch of great individuals, but we wanted people who were really excited about community, really excited about helping, which all police officers are, but these guys maybe didn't have the tactical background or military background. For example, Anthony has been a part-time employee with state parks and national parks for a long time. He's worked up at Crater Lake. He's done a bunch of great things like that, and so that's a really great background.
Oh, that's awesome.
On the right there, you'll see top right is Courtney Spear. She's been involved in landscaping, a bunch of different things. Also, great personality, super excited, and really looking forward to it. Behind her in that same picture is Kevin Kennedy. He does have a history in law enforcement, has done some things, contract work for our government overseas, and but is really looking to get back into law enforcement in a different way and really be able to interact with the community. So great bunch of individuals. Also Mike Birch, who's not pictured here because he was an animal control officer before. And he kind of started the program. We had him out about 6 months before the Rangers came on to kind of test, hey, if we have a presence down there, what impact will it have? So those are the 4 that we have now, and we're looking to hire one more that's going to start on the 7th.
They're excited, and I love, as a PIO, that they're so like smiley and wonderful in all the pictures, and I love having them around.
They've been planning what they're going to do this next week. We're going to be involved in the air show up on Saturday. They're going to be doing that, so that's going to be great. We have National Night Out coming up. We have Coffee with a Cop.
Yes.
And we have the Road Apple Rally. So there's a lot of things happening that we really want to be involved in and that you'll see us at. We encourage the community, if you see us, again, bright yellow uniforms, come say hi. They'd love to talk to you. They're going to be patrolling in a variety of ways. They might be on a bike. They might be walking. We also have the Kubota or ATVs down in the park that they ride sometimes. We also have the Segway that you might see riding around downtown.
So awesome.
So quasi-Segway.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you see them, feel free. And if a good opportunity would be Coffee with a Cop coming up.
Coffee with a Cop is coming up on Wednesday, next Wednesday. And it is going to be, we're going to kind of have officers everywhere that you can kind of get coffee, and we're going to have them at McDonald's, at the Artifacts Gallery, the Studio Bake Shop inside of Artifacts, and at Cosmic Cafe, and at both Starbucks. So I know your guys are going to be downtown at Cosmic Cafe and at the Studio Bake Shop.
Yeah, absolutely. They developed some great relationships with the business owners downtown, and we're looking to expand that. You know, by talking to everybody, we really get a sense of what does the community feel. Sometimes in the police department, we look at statistics and what's driving crime, but that's not always what the community feels. And so hopefully by having these people out in the community, our rangers, we can truly get a sense of what are the community concerns. Sometimes it's not the same, you know?
Yeah, and that's very true. And it's good to know and good to be in touch with what our community needs from us.
Right. So, yeah, they'll be downtown, Cosmic Cafe and Artifacts.
Yeah,
Drop in and say hi.
It's exciting. We'll have Coffee with the Cop stuff coming out in just the next couple days to let everybody know where we'll be. And then we also have National Night Out is coming up October 1st. It's super exciting. We're going to have tons of activities out there. We'll have train rides. We're going to have a bounce house, cookies that you can decorate, and everyone's going to be out. All the different divisions for the department are going to be out doing fun stuff. You guys are going to do a bike photo op, right? Is that what they're...
Yeah, so at our last meeting, we kind of brainstormed how they wanted to be involved. They had a lot of fun with it. Ultimately, they wanted to do something where somebody could sit on one of our police bikes, which are also bright yellow.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and maybe throw on a uniform. Kids could throw on a uniform, take a picture like they were a park ranger. So
that's exciting.
That's what we're looking to do.
We're also going to have, for the little ones, we're going to have a traffic stop photo op. So we'll have some little Hot Wheel cars that your kids can get in, and we'll have a cop there. Look like they got pulled over. They're in trouble. It'll be fun. And then we also have Outshoot the Chief for charity. So we're going to have a big blow-up laser target shooting game, kind of like Duck Hunt back in the day. We've been telling the chief he needs to practice and play some Nintendo. But you can donate to the Children's Hope Foundation for a chance to outshoot the chief. It'll be Chief Hubby and Chief Burke. They'll both be out there. We'll see who's the better shot. It's pretty exciting. And then Children's Hopes Foundation will also be out. Just if you want to donate, you don't necessarily want to do the laser shooting. You don't have to, but we'll always welcome a donation. And that's pretty exciting.
Lots of great stuff going on. Last night we had the rib eating.
I know.
And Anthony was there last night.
He was so great. He was making sure every kid got a sticker. Everybody got a balloon. He did a great job.
I make sure that they have a pocket full of stickers, and they've grown to really love interacting like that. So yeah, he was excited to be out there last night. I heard that went really well.
It did. It went really well. We had a great turnout. Texas Roadhouse said that the business was good, which means donations were good.
Good.
So, and we were sad that Fire won, but that's okay. We gave them a run for their money. It was a tight race, and they all ate They ate like champions. It was great.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to make it out there, but Fire, they're pretty good at eating and sleeping.
Yeah, that's what they do. They eat and sleep and wash trucks, hand out hugs. That's what they do.
Just kidding, they're great.
We
always tease with each other. Yeah, so
we couldn't do what we do without them.
Oh, absolutely.
They couldn't do it without us. We're good partners. Well, anything else about the Rangers that before we wrap up that you want to make sure everybody knows about?
In the near future, I'd like to organize an event where people can come out and meet them. I'd also like to get some information on our Facebook page, kind of a bio of them.
Yeah,
I really want people to get to know them because, right now, if you go down into the Riverwalk trails, I assure you will run into them. We've had some great things yesterday. One of them said that they interacted with a citizen who said, I don't know much about the trails. Do you mind if I ride with you? And they rode with them for an hour or so. Cool. And so, yeah, I'd love for everybody to meet them. Hopefully they're going to be
they'll be stars.
A bright face in the community, you bet.
Excuse me. Well, awesome. Yeah, I would love to do bios on them. That would give me some good stuff for Facebook. And
yeah, we can do some videos, and hopefully everybody can get to know them a little bit. So if you see them, you maybe even know them by name.
Yeah, that would be great. We'll make them famous, Farmington famous.
Absolutely,
kind of like Scott.
And hopefully they'll help to make Farmington famous.
Yes.
So that's truly our goal, is to get out and promote all the wonderful things that are to do in our city, and let people know that truly it is safe to enjoy those activities, and we'll be there right along with you.
Awesome. Well, we are just about to wrap up, so we'll just remind you guys, October 1st is National Night Out from 4 to 7 at Berg Park. It's going to be tons of fun. We'll have a DJ and cookies, and there'll be some food trucks out there. Hungry Husky and Chavo's Street Tacos are both going to be out there with food to purchase, so you don't have to leave. You can hang out all evening. It'll be a fun family night out. And then, of course, our Coffee with the Cop. That'll be October 2nd, and we'll have officers at different coffee shops all throughout town, and we'll definitely have that stuff up this weekend on our Facebook page, so go there and find out and come and have a cup of coffee and chat with our new Rangers.
Yeah, come talk to our new Rangers.
Thank you so much for coming on, Roque.
You bet. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks. And that's it.
.9 FM KSJE Farmington is now listener supported. Keep the programs you love by joining us today at ksje.com/support. KSJE is supported by the Farmington Civic Center, bringing a full slate of entertainment to Farmington and San Juan County. Musical of Musicals. It's a musical about musicals. September 25th through the 29th, presented by the Four Corners Musical Theater Company. The Farmington Civic Center, 200 West Arrington in downtown Farmington. Find out more online at fmtn.org/civic center or at 505-599-1148.